Hi, and welcome to my second video. And we'll be rigging a character in Mixamo, and then use root motion enabled animations in Unreal. And so we have to do a few things to get that to work. Um, this is a Z-sphere character made in 5 seconds, and we're gonna use this as our main base. So yeah, you have this awesome character made out of C-spheres. Here's the adaptive skin, so you can set a resolution there. And if you press A, you turn this into a mesh or into a preview of a mesh. We need to fix the polygroups that it's one, so we don't. Otherwise, those will export as separate mesh pieces. Make it polymesh 3D and export it as an OBJ. Okay, easy part is done. Then in Mixamo, we just drag and drop that OBJ into upload a character, and voila, we place some markers, and after we place the markers I'm going to select two chain things and then let it rig. So once you rig the character, this is good enough for us. We'll first add a T-pose, so yeah, you can search for poses in here. Let's take this one and download it. Then next we need a root motion enabled. So I did the flying kick. As you can see, this one actually moves inside of the animation. So our root motion, we want to have our transform of the character move with it. So and here's a plugin we need to convert, uh, to add that extra bone. So you download the zip. I'll put the link in the description. And then in preferences, we go to install from disk and look for that zip. A simple effect. And just click install from disk. I already have. Now when we press N, we'll have a side menu pop up, and there's the Mixamo tab. Okay, so let's make a new scene. Import those FBXs from Mixamo. So let's start with the T-pose. Now you can see this is super small, and so let's do that again. Let's import it and up the scale in import settings. So if we up this 100, then it should end up as 1. Yeah. And you would think, okay, let's compare it with a cube, which is 2 by 2 in Blender. So it seems like our scaling is proper. It's a big guy. Um, yeah, we need to rotate it 90 degrees since our front axis in Unreal is X. And then we use the plugin and turn these off and turn on apply scale, also set to 1, and then we convert. So now with added to root bone, we can reset our transforms. Okay, let's export this. Oh no, let's import the fly kick and do the same for that one. So rotate it 90 degrees and convert. Okay, so we have both of our XB FBs converted. Now we can turn this one off, since if we export with animation, we will have that animation in this rig. And let's export. So we need an armature, a mesh. We only do the selected, so visible. We leave all of this. X is forward, C is up in Unreal. We don't want to apply the units. and we want to use the face for normal. Let's export now. Import this in Unreal. Go right click, imports, big clay T-pose. We want to have our own, so clear this. That's okay, that's okay. Convert to scene units. I don't need materials. Okay, import everything. And that looks fine to me, I would think. But then if we go and look at the root bone, it's scaled up 100 times. I tried with applying units in Blender and with not converting to scene units and all different combinations. But every time when I enable root motion, if that root bone is not set to scale 1, then our guy just disappears. And the only way to get him back is to... So let's fix that. Let's delete all of this and go back to Blender and start a new scene again. It's important you start a new scene, otherwise we'll have some animation remnants in the previous one. So let's start a new one, import the FBX. Again, T-pose. This time we leave everything, we don't change the scale, so we end up with the tiny one here. We scale this up to 100, then we rotate, excuse me, then we rotate 90 degrees, and the plugin, yeah, the same settings, turn these off, turn apply scale on, turn UC off, and convert. Yeah. So then we do that. We also reset the transforms, and then we can do that for the flying kick. So same thing, scale it up, hundreds, rotate 90 degrees, and click convert. Okay, so we have both of them. Uh, Reset the transforms, and we can make this one invisible. Select this, make sure we select all. We export, edit, and the same settings again. Armature, mesh, selected, visible. This time we scale it down, 0.01. X is forward, C is up. We don't want to apply unit, and we want to have faces for smoothing. And that should be it. Now if we, let's save this as big clay. If we export this and import this one, big clay, the same settings as before. Leave the scale at 1. We import the animations. For me, no textures, no materials. And so let's save this. Now if we look at the skeletal mesh, if we look at the root bone, this is all one, miraculously. And now if we look at the animation, if we enable root motion, yes, it's working fine. Uh, so yeah, let's save this. Now you can, next step would be making our own animation blueprint where we can use those, but that's for another time. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.